What's up guys, the Merry Gamer here, and welcome back to the Jsano Fan Server, and welcome to the technical 100th episode. I know it's not the 100th episode on the thumbnails, but technically we are episode 100 in the playlist, because we've done 100 videos in our playlist now, and geez, I can't believe we've done that many. Like, I know it's 87 on Jsano Fan Server episodes, plus 13 Jsano Fan Server prank war videos, so technically this is the 100th. But we don't have too much special today. What we're going to do is that we're going to take a little trip down memory lane. And unfortunately, I do have to say that I actually did just finish recording this like 5 minutes ago, and this is where I finished off the episode, but unfortunately we're going to have to do it all over again because my recording system decided to fail for some strange, odd reason. But anyway, it's alright. Just frustrating. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed that nice little new intro. That's the new intro that I worked on. It took me about I'd say about 16-18 hours, I guess, to do. I did that all in Cinema 4D. Same with the outro. That was designed in Cinema 4D, and I think then buffed up in ScreenFlow and stuff like that, which you guys haven't seen yet, but you will do at the end of the episode. But yes, so today's episode is just a little trip down memory lane, going back through all our builds, you know, and kind of just talking about it. And we're going to start here at Atlantis, because this is where I finished off in the failed recording. But yes, so Atlantis, this build is something that I'm really looking forward to doing, and we're going to start it next episode, and it's going to be really fun. It's going to be an interesting build as well, because the plan is that I want to do a steampunk styled city sort of buildings and stuff like that. So I've never done that before, and I've never attempted to try and do steampunk. So again, it's like at a point where it's like completely new, kind of how we did with the modern build back at the private island, and that it's all brand new. It's all going to be fun and interesting, because it's going to be a challenge. And the plan is that where you see these, like these bits here, these will be doorways, and we'll have like a long hallways that will go to other domes, we'll have 4 domes, 4 smaller ones, about half the size of this, nowhere near as big as this dome. And yeah, like I don't want to have too many intersections, because we do run the issue of, I probably will drown by the time I get to the top. we do run the issue of making running out of time, because unfortunately the server could get reset in the future. I don't know how long the server has. Again, if the majority feel like they want the reset, especially the people that record and don't record, if the majority votes there, then it probably will happen. Most likely, it seems like it'll probably be a 1.8 reset, which doesn't seem too bad. But yeah, I'm part of me is kind of looking forward to the reset, and another part of me is just like, not just yet, because like I need to finish the private islands, like exterior work, and then I kind of want to do some work on this majestic dome and Atlantis area first, before that happens. But if we don't get the chance, then, well, we don't get the chance, you know. You can't really stop an entire server resetting just for one person, and we can always build the project again, and it'll be much easier as well in 1.8, because like the building the dome was actually pretty easy. It was emptying the dome, which was the hard thing. The whole slime blocks and everything, not slime blocks, water blocks and all that, they were a pain to remove. But you know, with the new sponge blocks in new sponge blocks in 1.8, that would make those dome buildings so much more easier. But yes, so again, I actually haven't done too much work on the private island. I actually haven't done any work at all since the last episode. This is the first time I've been on the server since the last episode. The reason being is because I'm back at uni. Last week was my first week back at uni. I do have a good... it's a bit hard to say. Like, I do have a good timetable, then I also have a bad timetable at the same time. I have a good timetable in the sense that I have quite a lot of days off. Some I have, my timetable changes here and there with one particular subject and a particular time slot. But some weeks I'll have 4 days off, some weeks I'll have 3 days off, and that's not too bad. Like when you have 4 days off in a week, you only have to go in 3 days a week. That's pretty good. Tuesday, like I only have to go in for one class, and it's like an afternoon. It's like 3:30 to 5:30. So like that is like really good. Like it's a bit of a shame I had to go in for that. But it's still alright. But then like it's Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, which are like hectic as hell. Like Wednesday, it's 8:30 start. I do 8:30 to 10:30 class. Then I have a 3-hour break. Then I have a class that goes for like I think an hour and a half or two, and then I have another class after that goes to like 6:30 or something like that. So I don't finish till like 6:30 at night, which kind of sucks in a way. The class actually was supposed to finish at 6, but they got pushed back because the room, there's so many students that they needed a bigger room, and they couldn't find a big enough room that couldn't fit the timetable schedule or something. So we got pushed back half an hour, which kind of sucks, but it's not too bad. And then Thursdays are the killer day, actually. It's not too bad. It's 8:30 to 3:30. So when you kind of hear that, it's like, okay, yeah, that's 7 hours. It's not too bad. But what makes it bad is it's 7 hours. I do 3 subjects in those 7 hours, and I don't get a break. The only time I get a break is when I have to walk to another classroom, and I only have to do that once because I have 8:30 to 10:30. I have a class, and then from 10:30 to 1:30, I have another class, but it's in the same room, that exact same room. So I don't have to leave. I literally stay in the same room for like 5 hours. And then I have another class after that, like dead after that. That's 2 hours long or something, so I don't finish like 3:30. So I do like 7 hours straight, which really sucks. But onto this build now. This one was quite fun. I really actually... There's a lot of aspects of this one I would change because it's very focused on how the private island looks. If I would change it, if I go back and change it, I would actually make it look more of how the hub looks today. Because it's not bad, but it's a bit bland in a way. There's not too much detail, I guess. Is a way, like I did the colours as kind of like a homage to the old hub, how we had all the coloured sections and stuff. But the real magic happened at the private island. Like the private island build is is not my. Some of you probably be surprised when I say it's not my favourite build. The private island definitely is my second favourite, though. It was something different, Again, it's like how Atlantis is going to be. And Atlantis could, if it turns out really good, it could actually probably be the best, like the second best build. It could beat this one, depending on how it goes. But this island was just amazing to build. Like we've mainly had the whole series, the whole second season of the Jsano Fan Server at this island, and it's been a good journey. It's been a good build. I've really enjoyed this build. I hate to know how much quartz I've used though, not only just at this island, but just overall at through the server this year, this season. Like it's a bit scary to think of how much we've done. Or like how much we've used. Especially though, the thing I love most about this island though is my storage room. I don't know why, I just really like it. Like the old storage room that we had was really good, but then when I decided to redesign it to kind of fit for newer blocks and that, and I kind of organized it even better, and then I took a page from Affinity, how I had all this sort of stuff kind of organized. Like this stuff, like I have it like Affinity, but then I think I have quartz and coal next to it, but I don't have like this stuff. And that originally I wanted a map. I still want to do the map before this finishes, but I don't know really exactly how to do that, so I'll need to look into learning that, which kind of sucks in a way, but it's not too bad. I could do just one map, I guess, but I wanted like a 6-piece map. But yeah, like this island is pretty cool. Like I really enjoy the outside aspect of it. The custom trees I've really enjoyed building, as much as they are as tedious as hell to do. I still haven't done any of the ones since last episode, as I said. I haven't had time to, but we will no longer have any more building episodes here. We will probably come here now and then, visiting for supplies or stuff or whatever, or if like a prank happens or stuff. But this, I'm going to try and make not my... Well, it is my main residence, but it's not my main residence. Because I'm going to still keep all my stuff here because we have a really good storage system. But as in, like our building area, like it's going to be in the Atlantis area now because that's going to be main focus. Still haven't emptied the water because haven't been online, but I'll get to all that stuff off camera. It's gonna be really straightforward, really easy, and yeah, I do admit I really did like this build. There's quite a lot of things like the boat. The boat was fun and frustrating at the same time. I remember that was at the time where iron trenches kind of were just starting to become big on the server. Like they've been around for a while, but there still wasn't enough iron on the server to supply my demand for it. And then I'll never forget that prank, the whole iron go-go dancers and Rad. I think Scott helped with that maybe as well. But that whole prank was it was a painful prank. Like, because, like, okay, yeah, they built a whole bunch of iron golems, and, it was quite funny, like, iron go-go dancers, practically iron golem strippers I had on my boat, and, like, all that was really funny and all, but it was so annoying as well, because, like, you had to think of the amount of iron blocks they used for all those iron golems, and then to think of the return I got. Like, I killed, like, everyone you killed, you get, like, a few ingots compared to the amount of blocks that you actually use, so it was so frustrating that, and, like, that was, like, the real reason why, like, Rad pranked me, because she knew the return would annoy me, like, on the iron, and I'd never forget that. I noticed it, I think, near the end of the recording, and then, like, afterwards when I was finished, I was almost like fuming in a way. I was so angry because I was just looking at it going like it's like the first prank that actually got under my skin in a way, because it was like it wasted a material that I so desperately needed. And yeah, that one's always stuck in my mind, and that one's definitely probably one of the best pranks that's been done against me because of that. But anyway, now on to probably, and is not probably, the number one build that I've done on this server, and that is this glorious Nether hub. And the reason why it's the number one, simply, there's two reasons. One, I've never built a Nether hub before. This was my first ever attempt at a Nether hub. Well, it was obviously my first ever attempt because Jsano Fan Server was actually my first ever multiplayer server that I was invited to play on. So that's why this kind of has another special reason to it as well, is because we've never really done collaboration builds. We've, like, everyone has, like, influence. Hold on, I'm just going to take a drink. My throat's a bit dry. I'm been a bit under the weather. A few people in my house have been feeling under the weather, and I think I'm starting to get what they have. But, yes, this build was very collab. Like, me and Tylark, oh man, like, our designs just work so good together. It was so good to actually do, like, a collaboration build. Like, I've never done that before, and that's what made this just so special, like, in my mind, and what made this turn into such a good build, because, like, we just, like, our building styles both clicked. Like, we just ran ideas continuously off each other. Like, it, like, all started in the center. Like, this is where it all started. Originally, like, Tylark was just like, we were trying to think of portal designs, and Tylark instantly was like, we have to have this big ass portal, like, no matter what. It was just like, it has to be the core feature of the hub. And, like, it was Oblivion inspired, like, if anyone's ever played Oblivion, you have the big, portals to Oblivion. That was the inspiration for this portal. And, then we started, it took us ages to kind of figure out block patterns and, like, which block and textures to use. And then eventually, like, when we started, like, falling into place, started deciding, like, what blocks we wanted to use, because we had a lot of conflict and clashes at the start, because, he really liked the brick, and I didn't mind the brick, but only in small quantities, and that's why we used it in the edges. But, like, he liked using sandstone and stuff like that. Like, sandstone and brick seemed to be his real like favorite blocks, and he'd used that a lot already, and I wanted to steer clear of that and come up with something new. And then when we eventually came up with this, like the block patterns, and like then when he designed the bridges, and then then we designed these rooms, and like I had a ball building these roofs, and I know Tyler had fun as well, and it was just it was such a good build, and that's why it ranks number 1 for me. And actually what I'm going to do is check my shop, because I know someone has bought some, and that someone is Ace, because I heard in his video he said something about that he bought my obsidian. Yes, all my obsidian's gone, so let's just I'll need to stock that up. I probably could do some obsidian farming later, but let's see how many diamonds. Oh, 36. Hello! Lovely, lovely diamonds. Okay, let's turn these into blocks. So that's 4 diamond blocks, just like that. Gotta love that shop. This shop, it doesn't make a lot of money. Actually, it does make a lot, but it doesn't do it like all the time. But sometimes it has a big payout, like just like 4 diamond blocks, just like that. That's just awesome. But yeah, no, this build definitely my favorite of all time. Out of Affinity, Jsano, out of any Minecraft build I've done, definitely my favorite build. And it's the main reason why is because it was a collab build, and it was something different. But now we'll move over to Jsano Land, where we had probably one of our most controversial builds that we've done on the server, and that was our version of the Death Games. Now, it's not Death Games, obviously, but it was the Merry Gamers hit list services. Now, this was great. I loved this. It didn't last long, of course, because it is an expensive thing. I think I had something like, it was like a diamond or 2 diamond block or 2 or something like that, and like an emerald block as well, or some, like I made it ridiculously expensive because I didn't want it to be abused. And it's something that you kind of had to do. Like, I could easily have done like, oh, I'll kill anyone for 1 diamond, and people would be probably flooded me when I first opened it with diamond. I would have like a diamond galore of them. And the reason why I didn't do that is because I didn't want to spend like a whole weekend hunting people, and then not only do that, but then annoy people as well at the same time. Like, that's why I made it like so expensive, is to kind of balance it out, and it kind of worked. But then it also jeopardized the business, because then it wasn't used too much. It was only used for a certain amount of time. God, that's still like that. Sjano. Someone changed the S and the J around. Oh wait, yeah. But yeah. Now we're back at spawn. Like we've only got a few things at spawn. Like we're pretty close to the end of the episode. Really, there's only a few things we have here. We have to think about 4 things to talk about in here, and this I really enjoyed. Actually, I absolutely hated the old like nether room for spawn. It was so like just shit. it was just really like we had like this little steps onto like a little dome with a portal on it, and like it worked at first, like because like when you start a server, it's like you go simple at first until you have resources then to make things look nice, and I hated it. And then when we build the I think I built this after we did the Nether hub, or roughly around the same time. Yeah, that's right. I built this just before we'd opened up the Nether hub, so this still linked to the old one. And yeah, this was really fun, because it was my way of bringing my building style, like my newer building style, to spawn, and that was the modern look. And like I do enjoy the modern look, I really do. Like we've done it quite a lot this season, and I do admit next season I'm not really going to touch modern at all. I'm going to really try and steer clear of it as much as I can, because it's something that we've done, and I want to do things I've never done before. I want to do something different. Like build castle, maybe build western, like a western place, maybe build like a theme park, or like steampunk city, like Atlantis. All that sort of stuff. There's so many things that I want to do and get around to, but you kind of just have to pick them one by one and just take it as it is, because you can't do every idea at once, because you're either going to burn yourself out, or then you're going to do them all, and then you're going to have nothing to do, and then you'll just find the game boring. But yeah, I really liked that because it was like us bringing like our build style to Spawn, and I really did like that. But this is someone. Oh dear! Oh, creepers and house burned down. Wow. Okay, lightning must have hit that. That's a shame when you have buildings made out of wood because the lightning strikes it. But this here, first ever build on the server, first house. I actually really like the build style for this. I know it's very simple. It kind of looks like an edited sort of villager designs, but I really like it because it was a homage to our Season 1 build, because we never got to finish that, and that kind of annoyed me that we didn't get to finish it, because I actually really liked it. I know it wasn't an amazing build, but I really did like it, and it was kind of a shame that we didn't get to finish it. But that's kind of why we did the same sort of style at first, because it was a bit of a homage to our Season 1, like our predecessor to this season. But then this is definitely one of my favorite builds as well. Definitely my favorite prank of all time, and a great way to send a message to a friend. Definitely. This was great building this. When I built this in creative, literally how this worked is like literally me and my brother were playing in my building world, and like I was originally doing it, and then he was like, "Oh, do you want some help?" And I was like, "Yeah, like you can mess with the design," and we ended up doing 2 separate designs, and this is a combination of the 2 practically, and it's really good. Like the head idea was on my brother's statue. I had a cane instead. Like I was, and I did have a sword. I was going to do a bow, but then I did a sword instead. But then he had a sword as well. But then he did a head, and then it kind of just like felt right to do that. It was like more of a violent way of sending a message to Mukluk and his stupid idea, the fact that he can think he can beat me and take and overthrow me as mayor, which just never was going to happen. Let's be honest here, Mukluk. Let's truly be honest. You didn't have a chance. But yeah, that definitely was really fun. I really enjoyed that. We've also got the the town hall. I didn't build this, but we did do the interior. The reason why we stopped is because literally I never got, like, Quiznow never really told me what he really wanted upstairs, and I kind of died away. But I never really, like, I don't know, it's something about this building, because originally someone else was building the outside, then they disappeared, and then I think Quiznow and like Posh or something, like they did the main building, and it's just brick and stone slab and like iron fence and glass, like that's it. And it doesn't really have too much texture, doesn't have too much color, and looks like an office building really. And I think next season there's 2 builds I want to do next season. One, I want to do the main town hall / like courthouse for the server, and the other one is I want to do the Nether hub again if I can. That's the 2 things I'd love to do. But we've only got 2 more things to talk about, and this is one of them. Oh, one the lights are out actually. But I really enjoyed this actually. This was inspired by Beef. If no one's seen Beef's Minecraft Season 3 episode where he builds a Christmas tree for Spawn, it's all controlled by redstone. I kind of wanted to do that, but then bailed last minute. And yeah, I really enjoyed this. This was great. It was it kind of brought the community kind of back together, because like it was a bit weird, because like the server been around for a while. And then I think it died down a tiny bit. Then when it came back to Christmas, everyone was a bit on holidays. Everyone came back here, like on the server when they could. Then they saw a big tree, and like, you know, it kind of brought a bit of the community back together a bit. And I really liked that, and it turned out to be really good actually. But the last thing I want to talk about is this. This is something that we do need to go back to, and I'm actually going to take another drink. This is something that we need to finish as well. And, oh, what's this? Hey, Maria, do you want to connect your nightclub to the subway? Tylak. He's been working. Oh, he has been busy. Yes, Tylak, if you're watching, yes, definitely. This actually would be a perfect spot to link the subway to the nightclub. But yes, I want to come back and finish this. This was like 80% done. We needed to finish off the redstone here, which I do want to try and finish. This was quite fun, fun idea with all the redstone, how it was controlled, and it was like flashing lamps, and then you'd have the coloured block, coloured glass above it. It was fun. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. The redstone was a bit complicated and a bit tricky to get working, but it literally all I need to do is like if I built a lever and like put it there, this actually would start flashing just like these ones here. But this is something that we need to go back and finish, and we will get around to doing it. I might do that as like almost like as a breaker in between, maybe like for episodes for the Atlantis build in case I have to do grindy stuff, I guess, because then we still have down here, it just links up to the other side, but this is where the Gentleman's Club was going to be, where we're going to have Iron Go-Go dancers and like villager strippers and all that sort of stuff, you know. So, yeah, we still got probably 2 projects left to do on the server. This one's a very small one. I probably can get this done like in a weekend if I really wanted to. And Atlantis, if I actually was on holidays and I didn't have anything planned for a week, I probably could finish that in a week as well. If I or probably 2 actually, it'd probably take me a bit more longer. But yeah, that's really it, guys. I hope you kind of enjoyed this little trip down memory lane. I know it's like we didn't do any shaders or anything like that. We will do that later on. The reason why I didn't do any shaders is because shaders don't really work on my computer with Mac. Like I think it's like Eula or whatever, like the really good shader pack is. It doesn't work on OS X Maverick or whatever. It's still like really buggy. I do have Windows though, but I still am trying to sort out recording software and stuff like that for Windows, so it might be a while till I do a shader sort of episode. I'm hoping for when we actually hit the 100th episode with the actual thumbnail number, so that's like in what, 13 more episodes, I guess. So as long as we don't have any more prank episodes, that's like another like 5 weeks or so. But yeah, we'll have something special for that episode as well. Maybe we could do a special prank, or maybe a special collab or something. I'll think of something different, because we've kind of done the memory lane sort of thing. There's no real point of doing the memory lane thing again by visiting all the builds. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I know it's been a talky episode, a trip down memory lane, a bit of a fun little, it's just a nice little, like, stroll back in time, I guess. But anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all have an awesome day, and I will see you all in the next episode. So, catch you later, guys.